Hey, this is Corey from Wolfpack Woodcraft, and Thrunite sent me a flashlight to review. All they want from me is to go over the features and the specs of this light to bring it to your attention. This is the BSS V4, BSS of course standing for Black Scout Survival, and this is the Camouflage, which I believe is a new color, and it is the cool white LED. So we're going to unbox it, we're going to take it outside to look at, and then I will go over the specs at the end of the video. The first thing that I noticed, it's got this clear rubber band to keep everything nice and situated so you don't lose everything in shipping, which I really like. Right on top here we have please screw down the light head and tail cap tightly before use. And so they must just loosen it to break the connection between the flashlight so that it doesn't doesn't drain your battery while it's being stored and shipped. And so we'll look at the battery. The battery is a 18650, 3100 milliamp hours, just a standard Thrunite battery. Everything looks good so far. The tail cap, or not the tail cap, but the strike bezel is very aggressive. Chris Tanner calls them Megalodon teeth from Prepared Mind 101, and they are sharp. Now you can use this as a strike bezel for a tactical situation or a glass breaker, but they are very aggressive, and of course they can come off, and so you don't have to have them on there. Yeah, the camouflage color is actually pretty cool. I kind of like that. I didn't think I was going to, but I kind of do like it. Now, when it comes to Thrunite flashlights, I bought my first good flashlight in 2014. Yeah, 2014, and it was a Thrunite. And I was so impressed with it, I've since bought, this will be the 8th Thrunite flashlight in my possession. So even though this is the first one they've ever sent to me, I am very familiar with Thrunite flashlights. I own quite a few of them. I bought 7 of them with my own money. I recently purchased the new weapon light from Black Scout Survival, and I like that as well. So I am very familiar with the company, and I do like Thrunite. And the thing that I like about Thrunite is they do have a high quality for the price. That is a very budget-friendly option. If you're looking for a quality light at that's not going to break the bank, Thrunite is a good option. So let's see what else comes in here. Instructions, which we'll go through at the end of the video. A red lens, and so you can turn this into a red light so that it does not interfere with your night adjusted vision. Comes with a baggie of I don't know yet. Comes with extra parts and pieces. Comes with some O-rings. Comes with an extra tail switch, an extra cover. So this is right there, yep. The busyness of the camouflage kind of hides some of the buttons and features of this. So it is, you can externally charge it. Yep, I can't tell if it's USB or micro USB, but it does come with 2 of those casings. So if you lose the cover for the charger, it does come with 2 extra. So that might be something you might want to consider. If they're sending you 2, they might come off easily, so you might want to pay attention to that. Comes with a lanyard, a nice Thrunite lanyard. Comes with a USB to USB micro. So it is the old style, it is not USB-C. So there's that. Comes with a holster. It's a very, very basic holster. I never use the holster, so I'm fine with that. And then it comes with a pocket clip. And I am going to put the pocket clip on it right away. And this is a standard pocket clip that is very hard to take off. It's hard to put on, hard to take off, which is nice because it means it's not going to move on you. And so, yeah, let's take it outside let's look at it. Let's see what kind of beam it has, and then we'll come back inside and we'll talk about the specs. Alright, so we are outside, and one of the things that I want to mention real quick is when you have the flashlight on, there's a nice beam. It's not really wide enough to be a floodlight. It's not really focused enough to be a spotlight. It's a nice combination of both. But when you put the strike bezel on, you get this weird flower shape, and I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, and so we will see that, but I just wanted to make note of it real quick. So I'm going to turn off my light, and we are going to focus on the tactical flashlight with the strike bezel on, and I'm just going to shine it at the trees behind me real quick. So turning that off. So on turbo, we'll get some further away shots as well. And then low, medium, high. There's not a lot of difference between high and turbo, to be honest with you. And then we'll do Firefly just for fun. Firefly is on, but you can't see anything. It is very, very dim. Alright, so let's turn you around and then we'll get some shots of me walking. Alright, so I'm going to walk to the alley and back on turbo. Alright, now I'm going to take the tactical bezel off. You can see that this floods way more. Alright, and then the next thing I want to show you is the red. So we'll put the red filter on, keeping it on turbo. Alright, so I kept it on this whole time. It didn't get that warm. It is warm, but it is not very hot. The red is very nice. I like the red. Turn it off. Go through low. The red doesn't really show up that well on camera. This is medium. Oh, that's high. You can't see the low. Low is real low. And that's medium. And then that's high. And that's turbo. The turbo shows up really well. I can see a lot with the turbo. So let's get inside and talk about the specs. Alright, so you saw it in action, you know what to expect when you unbox it. Now let's talk about some of the high points, some of the things that I want to mention. If you want to skip this part of the video, I will leave an Amazon affiliate link in the description box down below. You can click on that and that'll show you all the specs and features and everything there is to know. I will also leave a link to the Thrunite website itself. So again, you can click on that and get all the information you need. But I'm just going to touch on some of the high points or some of the things that I feel are important right now. And so it has 6 different modes, starting with Firefly mode. So if you press and hold the side button, you get into Firefly mode, which is hard to tell if it's even on, because it is 0.54 lumens, and that will run for 56 days. Now take these run times with a grain of salt. These aren't real world run times, okay? Nobody's gonna turn their flashlight on, walk away, and come back 56 days later, right? You're going to turn it on, use it for a little bit, turn it off, turn it on, use it for a little bit, turn it off. And so these aren't real world run times. They're just kind of a guideline. They're just kind of a base so that you kind of get an idea of how long it should run for. Next, if you push the button, the side button, it'll be on low. Now there is a memory, which we'll talk about later, but low is 33 lumens, and that will run for 55 hours and 42 minutes. Then you have medium, which is 350 lumens, and that will run for 4.5 hours. And then you have high, which is 1,426 lumens, and that'll run for 130 seconds. And then it'll dip down to 634 lumens for 150 minutes. And then if you double press, that is 2,523 lumens for 125 seconds. And then it will drop down to 614 lumens. And then as you accidentally saw, there is a strobe. If you triple press the side button, it will strobe at 1,200 lumens for 210 minutes. Now I will never ever use that strobe unless I accidentally use it trying to get into turbo from the side button, which again is something I probably will never do because the tail cap is always turbo. If you push the tail cap, it's always going to be on turbo. If the tail cap is on, the side button does nothing. Okay? They are two separate things. And so the benefit of that is, let's say I put this on medium, and then I can use the tail cap all I want, right? And then when I go to turn on the side button again, it's on medium. So the side button is its own individual thing, meaning it has its own individual memory, which is really nice. Because if you're camping or using it as a normal flashlight, you can just use that side button and it's a normal flashlight. But if you need that turbo mode, you just hit that back button and it's automatically going to be on turbo. Okay, and so I really like that they're two separate features. A lot of lights, the side button has a memory, but as soon as you use the turbo mode and the tail cap, the memory sets to turbo mode because that was the last mode that it was in. And so you're constantly, almost always in turbo mode depending on how you use it. So I like that it's two separate things. The other things that I want to bring up is the distance of the light. So in a perfect world where there is no obstacles, no nothing, it can reach 250 meters. It is impact resistant to 1.5 meters, and it is waterproof IPX8 at 2 meters. And so this is a very good light. It is a very high quality light at a pretty affordable price. Considering everything you get with it, it's a very affordable option. I do like the camouflage color. The other thing that I want to mention is if you put the red filter on, it becomes a red light. It is now a red only light. Everything you do with it is going to be red. You also cannot put the strike bezel on the filter. So you have to choose between one or the other. You either are going to have the red filter or the strike bezel. You can't put them together and have both. And so that is the last thing that I wanted to mention. I really like this camouflage color. I usually like black flashlights. I want all my flashlights to be black, but I really don't mind this camouflage. The issue that I might have with the camouflage is if I set this down anywhere and it blends in with the environment, I might lose it easy, right? But I have that same problem with black flashlights too. You set them down, they're hard to find sometimes, and so yes, it can be a negative that it's camouflage and that it blends in, but you kind of have the same problem with the black flashlights as well. So just make sure it is either in your hand or in your pocket. It has the included belt clip. It has the included holster. So just make sure that you're not setting it down, that it is either in your hand or put away, and you won't ever have to worry about losing it. That's all I got to say about this light. In that comment section down below, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the color. Let me know what you think about the features. Let me know what you think about the price. And I can't wait to see you on my next video.